All right, great. Solid Saturday, everyone. Hope you're doing well, man. I'm getting used to finding these buttons again on here. Hope you guys are doing fantastic. It is 4:30 Central out here in Frisco, Texas. It's freezing Frisco, Texas. Let me get myself up on the screen here. There we go. Hope you guys are doing great, man. It's coming to an end today, Saturday, and hope it's been a prosperous one for you. If you're stuck in the freezing weather, well, it happens that way somehow. But a lot of folks still out there doing their thing. I saw online quite a few of you out there still plugging away, pushing through, and that's a great thing to see and to hear. But listen, I wanted to come and talk to you about something that we went through this past week on our Path to Mastery Collective Mastermind call. So every first and third Wednesday of the month, we do a mastermind call. We got a group of great individuals that are part of this from all over the country. We come together on Wednesday evenings and we talk about some things. And this week we talked about what buyers are looking for in 2026, right? And so, with that being said, I want to tell you, man, I hope you're ready for it because, as John Wooden says here in this great quote, confidence comes from being prepared. And so, we definitely need to be prepared to be able to handle what is coming. So, hey, what's your Saturday been like? What's up, Jose, man? Appreciate you being on here. Yeah, brother, we've been plugging away, man. I don't know. Are you coming on the 9th up here for that training class? I need to know. Okay. We got the space, we got the spot. So if you're coming up here, I got a seat for you. All right. But anyway, check it out, folks. Let me tell you real quick what we're talking about here is for those of you that are in the home sales, in manufactured home sales, a lot of us, we get caught up, right? We caught up in the whole thing as far as what is going on here. Okay. What do I need to do to be a better sales consultant? And what kind of things do I need to learn? And what kind of verbiage do I need to say? And how can I say this thing? And and that's all. I mean, don't get me wrong. We need to have that. But more importantly, right now, buyers are looking for something completely different. They're looking for something completely different in 2026, and we're going to get into that as we go along here. But Jose, to answer your question, no, we got a couple spots, man. I need to talk to you or your boss about the owner's circle, and I will actually get into that here at the towards the end of this. And yes, great. We're looking forward to having you up here on the 9th, brother. We'll talk. We got to talk some more, if not today, tomorrow, and get everything lined up. But check it out. Okay. I'm going to pull up something that I want to share with you guys as we get into this so that you can see for yourself. Okay. We had this whole deal here we were presenting. Let me get myself back on screen. There I am. And I'm learning this thing again. All right. It's been a while, but check it out. So we were talking about the home priorities, right? Home buyer priorities in 2026. And why this matters is because buyers are more cautious. They're more informed. Okay. Look, some of these buyers come in and they're asking some really, really poignant questions of sales consultants. Like these guys are coming in like ready to go. Right. And the reason I share with you all of this, and I want you guys to be prepared because look, man, I've got this hoodie here that I picked up last week. Okay. This is from the great folks over at Rilla, and it says, sales is a sport. Sales is a sport because it is, right? Who's going to come out on top? Who's going to win in this? And so check it out. What the world needs? More salesmen. No, that's exactly what we're talking about. They don't need more salesmen, right? Because for Castro, well, I don't know if it's Castro. Anyways, that whoever left that comment there, check this out. Buyers are not looking for salespeople. They don't need salespeople. Okay. That's what we as sales consultants need to understand. Buyers are already sold by the time they come to you. When they called you, when they sent in their info online, whatever it is, however, whatever contact communication they made with you, they are already sold, right? They already have made a decision. Whether you sell homes, they've already made a decision they're going to buy a house. They're just deciding whether or not it's going to be from you. If they're looking at cars, if you sell cars, they've already made that decision. And I invite you to go check out something called the 6 steps of transformation. We can get into all of that and you can find out more about it. But the buyers, when they've reached out to you, they're already sold. So no, they're not looking for more salespeople. They're looking for true consultants, right? So they're looking for those consultants that can solve problems. And that's why in 2026, experience is going to be much better than the inventory you have. Yes, do you need to have some homes in stock? Yes, obviously, right? But the experience that you bring, the experience that you provide, the buying experience that you give them is going to be so much more important than just having homes in stock. Understanding the way that they think, the psychology behind it is going to be so much more important than that best deal that you can give them, right? It's not about prices. Look, here are the 5 things that they're looking for: affordability and financial confidence, right? They need you to create certainty. They need you to help them understand that this is the best decision they can make. They also need to know that what they're purchasing fits their lifestyle. And we're going to talk about what that means. And obviously, they want you to be able to personalize this for them. They need personalization, they need emotional connection. Think about it. Who do you feel most comfortable talking to? The people that you have an emotional connection with. There's those people that you feel you can trust, those people that you feel have your best interest in mind. Those are the ones that you're more comfortable with. It's the same thing with the buyer. And obviously, back to that point of as far as needing more salespeople, no, we're not trying to be salespeople here because what they want is transparency and trust, right? And obviously, for you to be able to guide them through the complexity of all of this. And so let's get into this. What are we talking about with affordability and financial confidence? The most important thing for a buyer in 2026 is going to be the payment. And yes, you may get those people, well, how much does this one cost? How much does that one cost? And that is your job to help them understand that, Mr. Customer, I understand that the price is important, but I'm going to show you how this price actually fits into your monthly budget, right? Because they have a fear of overpaying. They have that fear is real, and it's a definite concern that they've got. So they want a better understanding of the overall cost, but can you make it make sense? That's the whole thing, right? So you got to break down payments, taxes. You got to be that teacher that creates the certainty that makes them feel confident in that decision that they're about to take. And so once you've done that, now from that point on, can you help them understand how this home or the home options you have actually fit their lifestyle, right? People are looking for the storage space, the extra space, the work from homes, the things for the parents. Maybe we've got a lot of families that are multi-generational, right? We got grandchildren, parents, and grandparents all living in one household right now because of affordability. So you've got to make the home fit their lifestyle. So again, how much do you know about their lifestyle? Just like understanding the affordability, how much do you know, not just of what they're looking for in a home, but the actual lifestyle that they live and how your product is going to be able to help them with that, right? So, a great question to ask people that are sitting in front of you before you go look at homes. All of everything that we're talking about right now is what you do pre walking houses. Okay. When you're talking about the home and what it is that they're looking for, I'm going to encourage you to do this. I'm going to encourage you to ask every single one of them. Walk me through your ideal day in your new home. In other words, Mr. Mrs. Customer, help me understand what a day at home is like for you. Walk me through that. Tell me what happens. Who does what? Who is where? Where is the most time spent? So that then when you're out showing houses, you can then reference those things back to them and help them understand how that home actually fits their lifestyle, right? But you've got to be able to ask that question so you can answer that. And from there, obviously, you want to personalize it and we create that emotional connection because they want their home to reflect them, their personal style. So, again, going back to that question, when you're finding out about what they're looking for in a home, are you also asking them, okay, are you asking them what type of, what suits them more? What my favorite question was always, are you more of a modern style decor person, or do you like more of the rustic feel and look to a home? What is it that you prefer? Right? Because when you help them understand that and you help them frame that in their own mind, now you know, just like in that picture there, should I show the home that has the barn doors? Should I show the home that has the darker color cabinets, the natural tones, or should I be showing something that's more modern looking? Right? Because they want their home to reflect them. They that's what makes it feel comfortable to them, right? So they want personalization in that manner. They don't just want you to say, "Well, this house is it," right? So ask them and ask them, help them emotionally move into that house by providing them options and features that fit what they're looking for. And then obviously transparency. This one is huge. This one is key 1000% because they want the truth. They don't want hype. Okay. There was that comment that I'm going to reference it again, right? Just because I need to make clear. Somebody dropped in the comments, just what the world needs, more salesmen. Now, world needs more professionals. Everyone out there, each one of you watching this, okay? I want you to pay attention to that. I'm going to see is, yeah, here we go. Here we go. Check this out. Right? Here are those comments. And there is that one. Look, just Aero Astro, right? Just what the world needs, more salesmen. No, what we need is more intentionality. I agree with Jose right there on that. And Joe right there. Hey, Joe stealing my lines just the way Colton does. No, I love it, man. I love it. Hey, if I could give you a magic wand, describe the home to me, what would that home, the perfect home look like, right? But they want transparency. They want truth. They don't want hype. They provide here's where you can do it, but you want to do this before they even come and see you. And how do you do this? You do it in your own personal marketing. You do it in your own branding by talking about reviews, talking about prior customers that you have bought. Look, there are some people doing some tremendous things all across the country in the marketing, and the ones that are winning at a high degree. If you want more traffic, you want more people coming to see you, want more people reaching out to you directly to schedule appointments with you because you're the one that they want to deal with. You need to start talking about your prior customers. You need to start talking about those families that you've been helping that came in to see you recently, the ones that got approved. Show approvals, black out the names, right? But show approvals. Show people what they want. You see, because when you start talking about people that already got approved, people that just closed, don't just show the picture with the key. I'm saying talk about it. And when you do that, people start to want to feel that themselves. I want to close. I want to get approved. I want to get a house. And it becomes more real because you're talking about these experiences. And then every so often you throw in those pictures as well about of those buyers. Because honesty, back to hey, check this out for Aero Astro 7540. Honesty is far greater than sales talk today. Okay. And that's why, again, I disagree with you. No, they don't need more salespeople. And just, I know you're saying it facetiously, right? We're not promoting being salespeople here. We're talking about being professionals, transparent, honest, so that you can be that professional that people need. So be calm, be credible, guide people through all the mess that's out there today and help them understand that you, my friends, are their option. And then number 5, the most important thing, obviously, is guide them through the complexity. You do this each and every day. Okay. You do this each and every day. I agree with you, Joe, right? Not salespeople, you're housing consultants for sure. But because you do this each and every day, because you are out there, you know what it's like. You know everything that has to do with the financing. You know what has to do with being able to spec out a home and getting it ordered and all of these things, right? So you got to walk people through that. You have to help one of the main things you can do to help yourself is don't use industry lingo around buyers, right? Don't use verbiage that is specific to our industry in front of buyers because it confuses them. And most people don't want to raise their hand and say, what does that mean? Right? Because they, just like all of us, and we don't want to feel dumb, right? So don't put your buyers in that situation, because when you start using verbiage that is industry specific and they don't pick up on it, you make them feel nervous again, right? Buyers are overwhelmed and they want somebody that can guide them through this process. You, my friends, are the difference maker, not the home, not the company, you. It's you. It's all about you. So if they're moving forward, it's because of you. If they're not, it's because of you. I can't make it any clearer, right? Why? Because again, check it out. Sales is a sport, man. Sales is a sport. And if it's a sport, that means I train. I train for it. I train for it daily. If you're a professional athlete, you train daily. And so you've got to do the same thing. You got to prepare yourself. That's why you got to be ready for these things, right? So you got to learn how to simplify and educate and lead. Don't sell. People don't need you to sell them. They need you to guide them. They need you to help them. That's what makes the difference in today's day and age, right? So just a reminder, what buyers are wanting versus what you've got to deliver. Mastery of knowledge. How do we achieve mastery? It's an ongoing process. That's why our company is not MH sales good enough, NH sales okay. It's MH sales mastery. I've always wanted to achieve mastery in anything that I apply myself to. And that's why I carried on the name to it. So mastery of knowledge, explain the payments, explain the budget, functionality, ask about their lifestyle and recommend how they can use this house to fit their lifestyle. Personalization, you got to build emotion in the home, in those home showings, in the showcases, in the tours, whatever you call it. And with the transparency, you got to lead with honesty and not pressure. If you, my friends, carry out your sales process in a manner that makes sense and you truly are wanting to help them, there's not going to be anything salesy about it. You're not going to be pressuring anyone because they already came to say yes. Nobody woke up today or any day. They don't wake up to say, hey, you know what? Let's go tell so-and-so no today. They want to say yes, but they're so conditioned to feel they have to say no, that they have to think about it. And all of that is simply because you're not doing a good enough job at making them feel certain. Because if you did, they would move forward, right? And lastly, guidance. You have to be that organized expert. You got to be that person that is going to do this, right? So let's go into this right here. All right. So I want to invite each and every one of you. You can scan that QR code. We've got a free webinar happening this Wednesday. It's free at 6:00 because just like Jose said, right? We need to be more intentional. That is our theme for this year, 2026. It's our year of intentionality, and we're bringing you a webinar at 6 p.m. Central this Wednesday, the 28th. It's free of charge, but we are going to take you through the intentional operating system that is going to help you take full control of your career, of yourself, of your life, of the way you operate. Because when you operate with intention, that's when things happen for you and not to you. How many times have you said, man, why does this keep happening to me? Why does this keep, well, man, if it wasn't for bad luck, I wouldn't have any good, if it wasn't for bad luck, I wouldn't have any luck at all, right? That's simply because you're not being intentional. Because when you're an intentional person in your actions and your thoughts and everything that you do, things happen for you. Does it mean you won't have problems? No, you will always have problems. But the fact that you're an intentional person, you'll get through those problems so much quicker than somebody who is not, because that person who is not, they start sulking. Oh my God, this happened again. Oh, I can't feel this. They start making all these excuses, feeling sorry for themselves, and they don't move forward. And that's why it feels like that problem lasts forever. When if they were just intentional, things would change. So scan this QR code right now and get yourself signed up for our free webinar on this Wednesday, the 28th at 6 p.m. Central, where we're going to take you through the intentional advantage, the intentional operating system that's going to help you take your life, your business, and your career to a whole new level, right? And with that being said, look, I want to show you guys, I'm going to walk you through something just really quick. All right, bear with me. So this right here, folks, let me take this down. Give me one sec. Where am I at right here? There we go. And then I go here. So this right here is our website, our new revamped website, MH Sales Mastery. Okay. And check this out. I mean, Maxim, oh, it's not doing the whole screen. How about that? So in here, guys, up at the top, we've got what's called the Mastermind Group. Okay. It's our Path to Mastery Collective Mastermind Group. We do a call every first and third Wednesday of the month. And we've got people from all over the country that are a part of this mastermind, sales consultants just like you. We've got some general managers, we got some sales managers, we got community managers that come in, everybody together, and we're sharing what's working, what's not working. We go through different things, and we want you to be a part of this. Okay. Be a part of it with us, because look, coming together and taking part in these things is what helps us all move forward. When you live isolated, when you think I just work, when you look at this as just a job, and you're not surrounding yourself with other people that think the same way you do and are doing the same thing you're doing, but are trying to move ahead in life and in business, you're going to struggle even more. You're going to feel alone. You're going to feel that pressure. You have to put yourself in the room. And so I invite you to go to our website, mhsalesmastery.com, and click on that mastermind tab up there. Okay. And be a part of it with us. This is going to change the way that you think, the way that you operate, and it's going to help you understand that there is so much more that you can do in this industry. And we want to be part of it with you. Okay. So we hope that you'll join us this Wednesday for our free Intentional Advantage webinar. Okay. And that you will be a part of it, because intentionality is going to make all the difference in the world, especially in today's market. And we want you to have that working for you each and every day. So guys, look, I'm going to let you get to it in your Wednesday, your Saturday. Man, I'm all confused on what days it is already, right? So I hope you have a great Saturday, a great weekend. If you're trapped in all of this winter storm mess, be safe, stay warm. And if you're not, enjoy your weekend. But you know where you can find us. We're right here, MH Sales Mastery. You go on our social platforms. We get so much information out there for you. And don't forget, we've got our MH Sales Mastery Live coming to a city near you. All right, I will show you that as well. We are going to be in Phoenix. We'll be in Phoenix February 24th through the 26th, and you can come be a part of it with us. Man, it is a great time. We've got 2.5 days of nothing but energy, and we've got speakers that come in and do such a great job. We've got training that we do with everyone, and it's your opportunity to take control of your career. So go online, you can go into the events tab. All right, there's an events tab right up here, right there, and you can go and you can get your information, you get tickets. If you're interested in going to Phoenix, we've only got a few tickets left for Phoenix. So it's almost sold out. I really appreciate everybody who's jumped on board with this. Okay. Here's what I want you to do, because right now you can go on there, you can save 25% on your tickets, but I'm going to give you 50% off your ticket if you right now comment on here live. That's all I want you to comment. Comment LIVE, comment live, and I'll get you the 50% discount on these tickets, and you can be out there with us. All right. We've got Phoenix in February. We've got Chicago in May, Orlando, July, and then Dallas in October. So guys, have a great, great rest of your weekend. We hope you guys go out there and do some fantastic things, because that is what you were put on this earth to do. So don't forget, if you want to be with us, comment live, and then reach out to us, and we'll get you your tickets at 50% off for our Phoenix event. But you can also, if you can't do that, get signed up right now for our free webinar on Wednesday, The Intentional Advantage, 6 p.m. this Wednesday. We want to help you take control of your career, of your life, of everything that you do. And it just means you've got to be more intentional, and we're going to run through that. Okay. We'll talk about how it applies to manufactured home sales, but it's really, we're talking about helping us be better, helping you be better. So be with us this Wednesday for the Intentional Advantage webinar. Guys, have a great rest of your Saturday, a great rest of your weekend. I'm screwing the weekend up already. You guys have a great evening. We'll be talking soon. And as always, my friends, as always, can't wait to meet you.